Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021 in the market here. I took one trade on Peloton. I thought it was a pretty good trade, just didn't work out. So let's get right into it. All right, so let's first things first, let's go look at the higher time frame analysis. Uh, Peloton has been increasing. We've had past couple days had some awesome buying pressure here, and I thought that was going to continue today. Maybe you could argue that we're a little bit overextended, but I was just playing for the quick scalp above 127, and I got my key level. As you can see, that 127 has been a form of resistance for quite some time here, dating all the way back. All right, so. Uh, I was trying to play the one, or excuse me, the 127 break. I should note that we also had a nice 3-hour demand move here. Proper entry would have been this drop base rally. So as soon as we exit demand here, you could have easily taken this thing long with the stop of low of day, targeting 127 or whatever your target may have been. So that would have been a nice trade. I just missed it. Pretty annoyed about that one. I just missed it though, but I said, all right, let's try and see if we can get in about this 127 break. And it was showing some relative strength all day, which was beautiful. As you can see, it didn't work out here, but let's just talk about my entry. So we had increasing volume here, as you can see. I'll just pull this one up. You can kind of see that we were increasing towards the 127 level, which is what I like to see. We broke this trend line here. It was kind of like a bear flag, as you can see better on the 5-minute. A little bit of a rally-based rally. And NQ and ES were both strong. ES was basing in supply at this point. NQ was actually pushing up, making high of day breaks here. And Peloton was super strong. So I really liked it. We had increasing volume. So that's one of the best things I like to see. We had the rocket ship technique here. So it looked pretty good as we were breaking out of this flag. And it just didn't work out. Unfortunately, we pushed up a little bit, couldn't hold value above 127, and I stopped out for a loss right below this kind of trend line here. And I thought it was a really good trade, a good entry, good exit. Just unfortunate, it was a 7% loss on the contracts, but that's all right. I think I managed this trade pretty well. I was pretty annoyed with myself for missing a couple trades earlier that would have worked out. There was one on Disney that I could have made money on, and I just didn't get a good start to the morning. So I definitely think that influenced my emotions a little bit and the outcome of the trade. But, in terms of my emotions for the outcome of the trade, not the trade itself. But it looked pretty good. We had kind of a buying spike. I really like this buying pressure here. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't really move higher, and we kind of just fell from there. So that just means 127 is still the level to be pushed out of. So looking to play that a little bit, maybe even 127.06 is the level. That looks like a better level to enter on, maybe for tomorrow or something like that. So two chances on Peloton. Obviously, the demand one would have been the winner, but another thing that I've noticed is intraday, when a level fails the first time, it has a lower chance of working out the second time. So it's just a good thing to note here on my end. We failed here on high volume, so that just means sellers are really trying to push this thing down. Just something I've noticed. This easily could have worked out, but this is just kind of a caution flag early in the day that we kind of failed here earlier on decent volume, and we couldn't push up higher again. Sellers really keeping this thing below 127. That's definitely a key level here. So maybe tomorrow we'll have the buyers that'll step in. Obviously, we got our one shot here. We failed. I got in on the second shot, failed again. And that's just obviously, a key sign to not go enter again. So we failed, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have, a better setup on 127, and it'll follow through this time. But again, this kind of consolidation and spike in volume here out of demand would have been the proper play, especially with ES and NQ kind of rallying a little bit today. Okay, and then the next setup that I just watched go by, I did a mental kind of entry and exit here, was on Twitter. I'll actually just pull it up here. It was the 69.4 level. And I'll just maximize this. Actually, if we go to the charts, so that way we can see it a little bit better. On Twitter, It was a beautiful play. I literally was just watching this the entire time. I wasn't at my desk. Really unfortunate, but I'll just walk through it. We had increasing volume here towards the 69.4 break. You can see that. I'll just do a higher time frame analysis real quick. It's been a super key level, 69.4. We've been rallying a little bit. You know, it's kind of not too impressed with this decreasing volume here, kind of upsetting in that sense, but that's okay. It would have worked out nicely anyway. This 1 hour level, again, this is where I got it from. You can see that the 69.4 level has been acting as resistance and support. And now we're kind of consolidating above it right now, actually. So the proper entry would have been as soon as we see this increase in volume. So I liked this break. I would have, obviously it was on low volume, but really the next break, this is where I was thinking about entering at 110, consolidating a little bit around this level, and then we got this nice push up, and the contracts moved about 15%, which would have been a nice little scalp on the day. Obviously, I would have liked further continuation up to this 70 level whole number. That was the mental target I had if I was in this trade. I was kind of paper trading it in my head because I wasn't at my desk. But overall, a good analysis, good trade. I'll take that as my winner, even though I didn't make any money on it, but that's okay. I just like to see that, my analysis is correct, and it's all about the process. And those are the two setups that I really like, or three if you count the demand setup on Peloton. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and thank you so much.